algo pasó con el micrófono, pero espero que ahora vaya todo normal. A ver. Mm, Bueno, a ver, veamos. Vamos a seguir jugando a The Infection Madness of Dr. Dekker. Capaz que era algún plugin que tenía por acá en el micrófono, así que a lo mejor era eso. Y Window. Ahí está. Voy a tener mi guía a mano también. Acto 4, ¿no? Sí. Voy a subir un poquitito el volumen del juego porque ayer noté que no se escuchaba mucho. Es solamente en el menú que se escucha un poco alto. A ver, le damos a continue entonces.
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife. Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda,
I black
I
out,
don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
on
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't
He
I?
was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. There's someone else in my hour.
Ya resumiendo todo lo que pasó.
Life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I'm not broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Bueno, supongo que eso fue un buen resumen de todo lo que pasó. Sí. Ahora empezamos con Glynn, que es una persona nueva.
Sorry, I'm Glenn. I didn't expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room.
How did you get here?
Sorry, you're not familiar with my case. I stepped through the restroom door into your office. Sometimes when I go through a door, it opens to another place.
Interesting. Why didn't you expect to be here?
Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town. I actually need to do something. Done. Sorry. I was in the middle of a date and needed the restroom, and here I am.
Momentito que tengo que configurar una cosita en Steam. Ahí está, ahora sí. A ver. Did Haya see you walk in?
No, I shouldn't imagine she did that. I I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's lunchtime, she won't be there.
Mm. You know when Aya has lunch?
No, not really. But it's lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients now. Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now.
Uh, Tell me about Dekker.
Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before. I don't know what changed him. Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors.
So, what? What happened when he observed you?
But I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. And then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening.
Disappear.
I have no idea. Let's talk about something else.
No sé si puse bien. Disappear.
Sorry, I don't...
How do you disappear?
Don't know. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Bueno, no, hay algunas palabras que no, ese no sale o no es el momento. ¿Cuándo empezó tu
My
problema?
dad died. He was on his deathbed and I was complaining about work, women or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens. Then he died. I needed those words to be important. So here I am.
Okay. Were you close to your dad?
He was stoic.
Okay.
He had tuberculosis in his lungs.
Peor todavía.
That's what killed him. Nobody knew until the end. I never got to say I loved him.
Did you love him?
Yeah, maybe. He'd split with my mum 3 years earlier. It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye. I did love him. He just broke everything.
Broke everything?
No. I hadn't seen him for so long. I just let it all out. I screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said?
What did he say?
Sorry. Over and over again. Like he really meant it. He did. He really meant it. And when I stopped, when I was exhausted, he smiled at me. Like he cherished me. Like he'd been waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness.
Did you forgive him?
didn't get to. I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens. And then he died. What does he think of me?
I think he loved you.
All those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was. There's no going back, is there, Doctor? When one door closes, it's shut forever.
Valentine's Day.
Cinema? With a date? Chloe.
Yeah.
We watched the late showing of Zoolander 2. I don't recommend it. Or the date.
Tell me about Chloe.
Oh, I know this one.
¿Cómo?
Yes.
Parece que no tiene nada para decirme sobre Chloe. No, the door isn't shut forever.
How? How do I go back?
You should forgive yourself.
I think you're probably right. I've been trying to address the symptoms and not the root of the problem. You might be the best replacement doctor this place has seen. I'll book a real appointment next time, and you can help me with this. Thanks, Doctor.
Go through a door back to the room your dad was in.
I hadn't thought of that. I've just been thinking when I open a door, it goes somewhere else in the present, not in the past. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. I'll try that. Now. I'll try that now.
Ok. Scarlett, hola.
Scarlett. I haven't been in since he died. Since Dr. Dekker died.
About Dekker.
He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are. His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
Hmm?
His dreams were amazing, filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning.
After the beginning.
Chaotic, dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internally. And it was winning.
Okay. Fighting.
I don't know. It's a turn of phrase. Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me.
Yeah. What creatures did he dream about? Sí, ya me dijo eso. Narnia.
I'm a dream walker. I can visit people and help them in their dreams. You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
Green Walker?
It's something I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal. When our younger brother started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them.
Jump into dreams.
It's something, I think, in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it.
Teach me.
I don't know. Lots of people. Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about it, the first thing they want to do is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's kind of why I'm here. Relationships.
Ah,
It's difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends, too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out. The problem is, I don't normally like what I see.
So it's nightmares.
When you've experienced someone's dream, if they've been a bit creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up?
Yes, keep it a secret.
I'm not sure that's healthy, but I guess I could give it a try. What if it accidentally comes out? Is there anything else I can do to stop pushing people away? I think people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable with that, they start to put on a show. But most people can't control their dreams, so they tend to turn into nightmares pretty quickly. Oh look, I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York?
Lame. Pero bueno. Refuse to drink walk.
So, if I could breathe through my ears, you wouldn't want to see it. I do say no. A lot. But I usually cave eventually.
Be honest about what might happen.
Double honest. Interesting. I suppose I haven't really tried that. I might just give that a go.
Okay, accept they are just dreams.
It's difficult to do when you experience them like I do. But I know what you're saying is right. A lot of the time I assume people are controlling their dreams like I can. But they're probably directed by their subconscious, and who controls that?
Ok. The date con Dekker. Sí, ¿no? Espera, no me estoy saltando, ¿no? Yeah.
He's dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was. Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started changing. Like I said, my ability ruins relationships. Who told you? Jaya?
Not Jaya. Lo vi en el reporte.
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry, we didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to be her superior.
Where were you on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day was awful. I had a bit of an accident with a creme brulee torch and had to spend the night waiting in A&E. I melted a nail to my finger. It hurt a lot and needed stitches. It's all fine now, though.
Can you prove you can dream work?
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're asking me for proof. How can I do that? Get into your head, into your dreams? We don't have any real relationship yet, Doctor. But you are growing on me. Let's not break that just yet.
Maybe you are only dreaming that you are in other people's dreams.
Perhaps. Perhaps this session is a dream, Doctor. I don't see anyone else around. Do you?
Creo que me falta algo de eso. Sí. Hint. Creatures in Dekker's dream.
Fluid. Soft. Intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked. But they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them.
Bueno, Scarlett está pronto. How are you? Yeah.
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work.
Work.
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut after jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
And why did he want to be removed?
I don't know.
Why did he want to be removed?
You're getting closer all the time, but you're still not asking the right question. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Bueno, legítimamente no lo sabe. uh, you can have a raise.
Wow, I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor. I'll take that as a yes. And don't worry, I'll sort it all out.
Why did he want to the video footage?
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
How is reality changeable?
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind? Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it.
Frontline battle.
Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability, if present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
Example.
If someone tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents.
Why is it dangerous to therapists?
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them. It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favourite was the grandfather paradox. If you can travel back in time and kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born. But if you cannot be born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
Time paradox, sí. Look at the referral letters. Referral letters.
If you couldn't see a pattern in the referral letters, there probably isn't one. It's just me. I can find a red rum in anything.
Veamos eso. No me acuerdo. Porque esto es Toxic. No. Ok, no ve más. Red rum.
It's murder, spelt backwards, you know? The Shining. All work and no play makes Dr. Dekker a dull boy. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway, it's a bit like an anagram.
Anagram.
I spotted that. All the solicitors' names are anagrams of each other. But why would someone need so many aliases to refer patients? I got a bit weirded out thinking it might be connected to Dr. Dekker's murder, so I just stopped thinking. Don't get me started.
Dekker as an alcoholic.
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple.
Eso no sé qué significa, pero bueno.
I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
Could the bottle have been spiked?
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
Yes. Police should check for fingerprints.
I'll go and suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. Why was Dekker stressed?
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
I relax with music.
I bet you like dance music. I don't know why.
What? No. I relax with food.
I love food. It will be my downfall. Stress eating is the worst.
I relax with sex.
That option's not always available.
Estaba en la guía, nada más puse por joder. Relax with sport.
Mariana thought I played hockey. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
I relax with alcohol.
The bottle can be comforting.
Relax with video games.
I love video games. I just wish they'd make ones with stronger female protagonists. Sorry, I'd settle for any female protagonists.
Supongo que está bien. Tema Sepam.
I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
About Professor Alderby.
I like Professor Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about.
Which book?
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I should start selling them myself.
Did you go to see Sarah Dekker?
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Mean mother.
He said she started out with the normal passive-aggressive guilt trips and then escalated into bricks through windows and cutting brake cables. Well, he got a restraining order after that and never wanted to see her again. When I visited her in hospital on his behalf, do you know what her story was?
What was her story?
She told me he was never adopted. He was just very ungrateful and clearly, using her own words, had lost his mind. I say never get involved in family feuds, especially if they're not your family.
Did Dekker have psychokinetic abilities?
Dr. Dekker definitely dabbled in that stuff. I'm not sure to what extent.
If you ask a wrong question, Jaya will say it must be frustrating to always be asking questions and not getting answer. Yeah. Dekker Psychokinetic. Sí, eso ya me dijo. Frustrated.
Interesting. But I don't know.
No me va a responder. Going to relax.
Excellent. I'm glad we've cleared that up.
Why? For the subscription, trouble sleeping. Okay, why did he want to want? Ay, Dios mío. You to forge his signature.
Dr. Dekker wanted me to try and forge his signature to make sure that I couldn't.
Did he want you to forge a prescription?
No, sorry.
Prescription.
I don't know about that.
Si me dijiste forge a prescription. Sí. Es que a veces
It
pienso
must
que
be
estoy escribiendo mal.
frustrating, always asking and getting nowhere. Are you frustrated, Doctor?
Ah, ahora sí toca. Yes, I am frustrated.
I see. And how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel angry.
I see. And what are you going to do about it, Doctor?
I'm going to relax. Yeah. Trouble sleeping.
Sorry, I can't.
Bueno. ¿Me falta algo con ella? Sí. Vamos a ver con el gen. Dekker want to be removed from the videos.
I have no idea.
Dekker wanted to be removed from the footage. Why did Dekker make sure you couldn't forge his signature?
He just wanted to feel safe, I guess. Once you get a prescription pad, it's your fault if it falls into the wrong hands. I suppose it does sound a bit overcautious, doesn't it?
Bueno, al menos terminé con ello. Vamos a ver a Brace. ¿Qué te pasa?
I'm fine. I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him.
How do you know he's military?
My pursuer, he's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know.
Why do you think he's after you?
I think he's death, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score. Do you think it could be death?
Nah.
It's just me. I'm going crazy. I'm so strange. Everything about me is strange already, but to have another presence in my hour, it's unhinged me.
What have... Wait. What have you been doing in your hour?
I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
About painting.
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that's stuck at 3:15.
Interesante. Why do you like the spider?
The spider from the painting. I'd like to think it was me. Like I was lying in wait and spinning some elaborate trap in my midnight hour. It's more likely that I'm just the fly.
Grandfather clock.
My grandfather died in World War II. He was a lorry driver. I don't really know much about him. Brave, though, you'd imagine.
Do you like the grandfather clock? Creo que sí, eso nomás, ok. You said you wouldn't steal again.
It's just that one thing, just the painting I've stolen recently. I think my new pursuer is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor, if I really like them?
No. It's not okay to steal things.
I thought you'd say that. I will do my best to refrain from it, but I can't promise anything.
Why do you I feel like a fly?
There's no fly in the painting. I think that's what I like about it. The spider has been so intent on spinning its web that it hasn't noticed there'll be nothing to eat.
But about Providence.
Providence is the name of the local gallery here. Always lots of new art and artists, if you only visit once a year. Like I do, anyway.
Why do you think your pursuer is unraveling you?
No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
What?
No, I'm not becoming him.
I'm becoming
I'm
Dekker.
not becoming Dekker.
What is your new skill?
It's more of an old skill I'm bringing back to life. A while ago, when I was feeling pretty low, I teleported into this office to get some antidepressants. But last night, my pursuer approached me, drawing something from his jacket. I had nowhere to go. I remembered I could teleport, so I did, back home.
Otro así nomás. How did you teleport?
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
Mistakes.
I don't intend to imagine things at all. I only did it this time to avoid being killed. That pursuer is definitely onto me. I say he, but I couldn't see his face. It just had the build and size of a man. It felt like it was sucking the oxygen out of the air in front of me.
Suck it. The oxygen.
I found it difficult breathing the closer he got to me. I suppose that's just fight or flight, an anxiety response.
Sí. Háblame tu ansiedad.
Yes, I'm anxious. I think someone is trying to kill me.
Can you teleport now?
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
Yes. I want you to teleport.
Blink, and you'll miss it.
What the?
Told you.
Ah? Okay. Have you spoken to Jessica?
I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her. Do you think I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
Creo que no. Aunque me gustaría. Vamos a decirle que sí. I think you should tell her about the photos. Me va a dar bola.
Yes, you're right. I should tell her what I've done. Or at least let her have the photos. I don't think she's going to be very pleased. But I should be honest.
How is work?
Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore.
Have you ever taken temazepam?
I don't know anything about sleeping pills. Why would I want any? I want to stay awake for my extra hour, not sleep through it.
Did you see Dekker drink?
No, don't know.
Dekker drink.
I remember Dr. Dekker would take a sneaky dram from a bottle he keeps in his desk. He probably thought I was too busy rambling to notice. But I'm a very astute rambler.
Okay. Photo of David Castleford.
Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition.
Who referred? Hey.
I was one of Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had during our 10-minute slot.
I can stop your extra hour.
No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
Iris says she wasn't Dekker in the basement.
I don't know anything about that. Sorry.
It is.
Ask me something else.
You said you were taking sleeping pills for depression.
Did I say that? Did I really?
Yeah.
Well, I can't really remember saying anything like that. I didn't take the doctor's temazepam. I took the ones that Dr. Dekker prescribed me. My head's in a strange place at the moment. It's difficult to remember everything.
You teleport into the office.
Yes, you're right. Sorry, I did come to the office once for an unscheduled visit. I forgot about that.
Unscheduled visit.
I wrote a prescription out for myself and got it made up. Dr. Dekker didn't have to know.
Okay, I have enough with you. Claire, ¿no? ¿Me trajiste a tu marido muerto?
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something. The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Doctor! Oh, sorry.
Madre.
But I found some of the referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone. He said to get them to you ASAP, so here you go.
Okay. A ver. Referral letter. Dear Dr. Dekker, I refer a client to your clinic for evaluation, Claire Castleford. She's being charged with the murder of her husband, and we require your diagnosis as to whether she was of sound mind and had a means. Okay. Segunda. We believe that our client, who has only given us her first name, Mariana, is mentally unstable and would like your expert opinion on this matter. We are happy to cover all your costs and look forward to receiving your report for. A ver. I am referring yet another client to you today for further secret evaluation. It is my hope that you concur with my suspicions and are able to find him insane under the illness set to within 2 Magnaut Roads. Cat Rover. O sea, tengo a alguien más. No me dijo el nombre. Okay. And those she say he's weird and creepy.
I spoke to her again. She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all. So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that lives in the lake house is weird and creepy.
What did David do?
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat. I'm being generous. It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me or not. He just grunts at me. He doesn't even smile anymore. Not at all.
David killed a cat.
Yes, sorry. I left out an important detail. The girl, Anushka, she was crying because her cat had gone missing, and she thinks that David killed it. Doctor, I'm worried.
Worried about.
I'm worried that David's not going to stop at cats. He's killed deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats. I'm worried he might add little girls to his list. I can't stop him.
Why can't you stop him?
I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that.
So, what are you starting to think?
That I need to put David out of his misery. That I need to end his suffering. That I need to kill him again. What shall I do, Doctor?
En realidad quiero ver a David, así que voy a decirle que no. No. You shouldn't kill David.
Very well. I will do as you say. I suppose I can let this go on now that someone else knows about it. The responsibility of having David is too much for me on my own. Thank you, Doctor.
Did you bring the photo?
That's not relevant.
Hey, did you bring the photo?
Oh, yes, here. From a few weeks ago. As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
A ver. ¿Ah? Pues... pues sí, la verdad que se ve demasiado normal. Did you talk to Iris?
I never talked to Bryce, but I did talk to Iris. I told her who saved her and that it was a patient here. She broke down on the phone. Most unbecoming. I wonder what kind of gift basket he'll get.
Te must
I don't know what you're talking about.
do you I take the massive.
I've never used sleeping pills. I'm too afraid of what would happen to me in my sleep.
Did you ever see Dekker drink?
You seem muddled, Doctor. You're asking me too many things at once.
Dekker drink.
You sound confused. What
Just a hint. Dekker alcoholic.
You seem muddled, Doctor.
Dekker. Do you see Dekker's drink?
You sound confused.
No me dicen nada. Wait. Who referred you here?
My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper. I'm paying them enough already without them getting a percentage of my therapy bill.
What did Dekker think of David?
Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain conditions.
Yo no tengo idea en qué año estamos, porque estas notas no tienen fecha. ¿1875? Y capaz que podríamos estar en el principio de los 90. ¿Y por qué esto que dice febrero de 2017? ¿Pero quién es este Dekker entonces? Dice Doctor Dekker, 1875. Y murió en 2017. Tendría más de 100 años el tipo. Ok. Ah, veo un montón de agujeros. Espero que se vayan cerrando de a poco porque estamos en la cuarta. Faltaba acto 4. Faltaba un acto 5 y creo que el final. Así que a lo mejor por ahí se responde algo. He treated David like a pet.
I think he was fascinated with Tor, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat. It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
Would you train David not to attack the girl?
David doesn't listen to me. I can't say something and he does it. And besides, how would I show him not to kill a little girl? Slap him on the nose? It's too late for David.
And what conditions did Dekker ask about?
Dr. Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked David in, which I hadn't. But curiosity got the better of me, so I locked him in the lake house. He couldn't get out. He didn't have the wherewithal to operate the lock.
A ver, veamos what the conditions see. What did you need to do?
I don't know. I need to do something about David. It's just too much. How can I stop thinking about what I've done? Tell me, how should I distract myself, Doctor?
Maybe you should get a hobby.
I have a hobby. I come here every week and talk to you.
Qué lindo hobby, ¿eh? Maybe you should get a job.
A job? Yes. I'll find myself a nice little job packing bags in a grocery store, answering the telephone at a solicitor's. I'll put on the uniform and smile at the customers and talk about the weather, and everything will be wonderful and sunny and bright. Next.
Es más difícil lo que crees, ¿eh? Maybe you should try dating.
I don't want anybody else. I reanimated my cheating husband so we could be together. Isn't that a big enough sign?
If you say you want to meet David, why is there no lake house today? If you say you want to meet David. Sí. ¿Le dije que sí o no? No, le dije que no.
To be honest, Doctor, I'm surprised you're not a tiny bit curious about seeing the lake house. I've told you David is there, the man I supposedly murdered. I'd have thought you'd be dying to meet him. Do you want me to bring him here next session?
Yes. Bring David here.
Next time then. Although it will have to be just you here, and late at night. I can't have anyone else see him.
Ok. Tenemos una cita con David. Bien. I can stop you reanimating people.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
¿Qué me falta? Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic?
If Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic, he hid it well. I never saw him drink. He certainly never offered me a drink. God knows I could have used one.
Ok, Eileen. Hola. ¿Cómo anda tu vida?
Hilda died last night. I was there. Well, I was there as her daughter. It was nice. She had a good death. She got to say what she wanted to say. Hilda was Hilda to the end. I was the doting daughter. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I love you, Mum. Then Hilda, with almost her last breath, looks me straight in the eye and says, "Don't let them take Amelia."
Who is Amelia?
Amelia's Hilda's doll. She used to have about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking, with frilly dresses and curls. All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia. I don't really know anything about that.
Ya, entonces, porque yo dije que not to shit for Hilda, pero esa hizo igual. Where is Amelia now?
I'm keeping her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter. Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral. I don't know. Are you okay, Doctor? You look a bit pale.
How are things with Eric?
Terry hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her.
Oh no. Do you really care about Eric?
Terry and I are never going to be best friends, but I wouldn't wish her ill.
Ok, al menos está esto. Have you ever taken tema? Ahí.
Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they? It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although, I have to get a doctor to sign a prescription if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya.
What do you think of Jaya?
Jaya seems really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this.
Uh, place like this.
I just mean, get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps.
Okay. Claire give you the grips.
She's the slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers is cold. Actually, I think I sort of know her. Claire Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something.
A ver, Mariana give you the grips.
I don't think I know her.
Ok, no sabe nada de eso. Nathan give you the grips.
I don't know who Nathan is.
Ok, no conoce. Ok. Tell me about Dekker.
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
Why was he a lovely son?
I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough. Maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her, but in a way I wish I hadn't, because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news.
Dekker care. Why didn't Dekker care about his mom?
For a moment, I thought he might cry. Just for a split second. But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited.
Yo sé lo que pasó igual, pero... did Dekker drink?
Dr. Dekker drank a bit. I didn't say anything about it, but well, it's not very professional, is it? I mean, it's not like he was drunk. Must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
Yes, I find it stressful.
I can tell just by looking at you. This job has really taken its toll on you.
I can stop you shifting.
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset.
Ok, ¿puse bien o puse mal? No, parece que eso nomás. Ok. What upset does it cause?
Shifting is what I'm supposed to do. It's what makes me special. I know I've had a few bad experiences, but there's no way I'm going to stop shifting.
What bad experience?
I become what people want to see. But some people, they're not right in the head. They make me turn into horrible things. That's why I won't shift for anyone with mental problems anymore.
What horrible things?
One guy, a patient, he used to have night terrors. An 80-year-old man screaming and kicking in his sleep. When I shifted for him, I don't know who I became, but as soon as he saw me, he was terrified. And when I looked down, I didn't have any legs, just bits of them.
Did Dekker know you could shift?
Yes, I told Dr. Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared far more about the shifting than he did about his mum dying.
Say you only shift at work.
I only shift when I want to. It doesn't happen on its own. I have to will it.
Did you know Dekker was dying?
I thought about that a lot, because shifting is only supposed to work on people who are dying. But Dr. Dekker was near death. Just because no one knew it doesn't mean it's not the truth. It kind of gets you thinking about destiny and fate and everything like that.
Do you believe in destiny?
My mum's a big believer in fate. I'm not so sure. I mean, what about free will? If everything is fated to happen, then we're just machines carrying out commands. Maybe fate does have a plan for everyone, but who says we have to play along?
Where you refer right here?
I referred myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter?
No, por la madre de lo gay. Yes. A ver, ¿qué me falta?
I don't have anything else to say about that. I referred myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter?
I wonder if you ever tried shifting. You shift for Dekker.
Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, and then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The only thing I could feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'm not sure I could have made it back.
Is this photo of David Castleford?
Sorry, can't help.
David Castleford.
I don't know anything about that.
You drink? Ok. ¿Qué me falta entonces?
Rice. I'm not sure who that is.
Alien says some of the other patients give her secrets. Maybe I should ask her about each one. ¿Quién más falta? Nathan, Claire, Bryce. Scarlett.
Let me think. No.
Siempre queda en amarillo ella, en todo caso. Ok, señora Sirena. How are you?
I feel thirsty, Doctor. And hot. Do you have any water? I've been drinking a lot of water recently. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't. I've been feeling this way for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having...
Having withdrawal.
I don't feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty. I got a head fog like you wouldn't believe. My doctor, Dr. Rose, sent me for blood tests.
What blood test?
Dr. Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency. I can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach. See, Doctor? It's calling me.
She calling.
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is. It's like a compass. I hear a sound like singing, calling me. It gets stronger when I face it, when I move towards it. That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea, I feel like the sound gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all.
Taken tema.
I don't take sleeping pills. Never have done. When you suffer blackouts already, you don't really get offered anything like that.
Do you want sleeping pills?
What's temazepam? Why are you asking?
Okay. Dekker drink a lot.
I've seen Dr. Dekker drink, but not that much. Certainly not during our sessions. He had other things on his mind, I'm sure.
Okay. Dekker loan your money.
He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online. Dr. Dekker thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me $15,000, all in all.
50,000. Ok. ¿Tienes ansiedad, mi hija? Ah, no, para, bendito. There is a debt closure and loan agreement. Debt closure in the loan agreement.
He wanted a clause in our loan agreement that said I didn't have to pay him in the event that he died. He wasn't expecting to die, he was just concerned my anxiety would get worse, wondering what it would mean if he did.
Anxiety.
Yeah, I'm anxious about being ill.
Did you spend the money?
I don't know.
What did you spend the money on?
Mainly rent.
Bueno, es algo. What is your business?
I'm sure you've asked me this before. I sell necklaces made from things I found on the beach.
Have you had any blackouts?
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what happens to them. I don't always get followed, though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts.
What happens to the people who follow you? Hey,
I said I don't know what happens to them. It's not always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me home.
where is your home?
My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
No. I didn't ring your bell. Your doorbell.
If you say so, it must have been your twin then.
¿Qué? My twin?
I don't know if I have a twin. Do you have a twin, Doctor?
No, I don't have a twin.
I know you don't. It was definitely you, wearing what you're wearing now.
¿No te estás imaginando eso, mi amor? About glowing big.
It's a dream, Doctor. Stranger things happen in dreams.
About human flesh.
I do nothing. People follow me. I don't ask them to.
Have you been dancing?
No, there's been no dancing. I haven't been feeling that well, Doctor.
I can stop you having blackouts.
You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me, but I don't think so.
Maybe I have superpower.
Wow. Are you trying to scare me? I'm not sure that's a good idea, Doctor.
Do you know Nathan?
He's the cute, sad-looking one, isn't he? He asked me out, and I said I'd let him know. Do you think I should go out with him?
Ah, sí. ¿Por qué no? Que se muera. Así with him. Me daría gracia que el tipo fuera al mar con esta sirena, se muriera y luego respawneara el mismo día.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Ay, tengo que escribirlo bien. Yes, I think you should go out with him.
Don't know.
Yes, go out with fucking him.
I know nothing.
Ay, Dios mío. Hint. Why was at your home?
That's not something I know anything about.
Tell me about your referral.
It's a referral letter, Doctor. Don't overthink it. A girl can't be too careful with everything that's been going on.
Faltan cosas. Are you obsessed with the beach?
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think. I swim down to the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed. But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh. Dead bodies, but some of them still struggling for life. These are the ones touching me, gripping my feet. I scream. That's when I wake up. Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Eso ya lo dijo.
I don't know. I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me, like the others. I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
Me falta igual hablar contigo, querida. She asked me if I have the same dream. I didn't have the same dream.
It's horrific and beautiful at the same time. I know where the sea is. Wherever I am. I'm an Aquarius. Maybe this is a water bearer thing.
Yes, you should go out with Nathan.
Okay, but if he goes missing, don't go looking at me.
Yo creo que con ella no quedaba nada más. A ver, Mariana. I would like them back. They are prescribed. You will be giving some away. You are not hiding anything. No tengo nada más para decirle. A ver, Nathan, how are you?
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana. She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
You asked Mariana for a date.
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
What do you mean about the police?
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
Gear as what?
Nope.
Wait,
Sorry.
same gear as what?
Read the papers, Doctor. I don't, but people at work talk about it. Missing people, dead bodies. The police are looking for a redhead, apparently.
I don't think vamos a dejarlo ahí. I think you should date Mariana. Which truck driver died?
The truck driver that ran into Hannah. He's divorced, apparently. He killed himself. He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol, too. But he died in his garage.
The fuck? How did he die in his garage?
I read it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window. Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
Did his daughter die?
It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. Do you know, I wrote him a letter.
What did you say in your letter?
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault, but the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me. Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
No. I don't think you are to blame.
His daughter's picture was in the paper. Molly.
guilty about money.
Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me. Crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy. And you say Molly.
Yeah, save Molly. As if that wasn't one of those days that just moved into the next one.
Tell me about Dekker.
What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
I want to cure his patients.
It's been nice chatting with you, don't get me wrong, but I can't help but feel you're mainly interested in finding out about the old doctor. I suppose you already know Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him.
Who was trying to kill him?
He told me in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages.
Kind of messages.
He didn't tell me anything specifically, just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing.
Why do you think he was bluffing?
I don't think he knew who was behind the death threats, or he'd have stopped it.
Did Dekker drink?
Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people, until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink, though.
Con él, no? How were you refer?
My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
I can stop your days looping. Hey,
Please do. I wish I could believe you.
ver. Hint. I should ask him about toxicology report.
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
Sí, ya me contaste por de eso. You should stay away from Mariana.
What's wrong with Mariana? Wait, don't answer that. I'll let you know.
¿Qué me falta con ella? Bueno, parece que terminé en realidad, pero está X. ¿Eh?
You said you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here.
Who is still here?
Dr. Dekker. He wants me to kill people.
Who does he want you to kill?
He wants them to follow me to the sea, to the creature.
creature.
It eats them. It's getting stronger. Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out.
Why do you black out?
He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all. You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth.
What is the truth?
You're dreaming, but your dreams are the truth. Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but now we're together. Let's play a game.
Hey,
I say a word, you say a word. Ready? Guilty.
innocent.
Murderer.
Marianne.
Wrong answer. Now you're stuck with me. 3 little words and I'll let you go.
Did Scarlet teach you to dream walk?
How clever of you, darling. Yes, Scarlet taught me how to walk in people's dreams. So what are you thinking? That I killed Dr. Dekker?
No. Porque si no estaría en el mar, no estaría en su propio lugar. Kill Dekker.
So smooth, Doctor. I almost believe you.
¿Por qué tengo que decir I love you?
Yes. Yes, you do. You rang my doorbell.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is weird.
Like she's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly.
out of his misery.
Is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets.
Fingerprints?
Dead bodies.
I saw Jessica.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her about
Psychokinetics?
the photos?
Dr. Dekker seemed to like a drink.
Bit of a drinking problem.
It's probably the same for Jaya.
One of his patients was trying to kill him,
He lent me some money.
leaving him messages.
Creature, human flesh.
I'd teleported.
Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Insanity, please.
Oh, doctor. You look. Oh. There's something I need to tell you. I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere. I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it. Let me know if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
Interesante, ok. Luego, primero con Brice. How are you?
I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour and I slept for 8 hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. But I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
Why are you doomed?
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me.
Oh, 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 oh. What did you do with Dekker?
It wanted me to follow it, so I did. It brought me here, Doctor. Here. It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
Did you kill Dekker?
I took his body. It was me. I took it from the coffin because I didn't want him put in the ground. I don't know what I was going to do with him. I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him.
Para un momentito, ¿tenés el cuerpo de él?
Disappeared.
Okay. How did the body disappear?
If only he'd been cremated like you will be. I have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial. But when I came back, he'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
Sí. Reanimated.
Perhaps. It had crossed my mind that Dr. Dekker perhaps resurrected himself. Maybe he wasn't dead, just sleeping.
Maybe someone else moved the body.
If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again?
No sé por qué esto me hace recordar a una peli. Se llama The Reanimator. Tenía una canción técnica que es muy pegadiza. El problema es que no sé si la puedo meter por copyright. Maybe Dekker teleport.
It's not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool shed. If I can do it, he probably can. That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me, it can teleport too. I think the thing might be Dekker. Is the thing Dekker?
Es posible. Yes. The thing is Dekker.
And so it is. The thing is Dekker, and the thing wants to kill me. Please, tell Jessica I love her.
¿Qué? Have you spoken to Jessica?
Jessica has had a restraining order taken out against me and her daughter. I showed her the photos and then the rest is a blur. She was screaming, hitting me, pushing me away. In hindsight, showing her the photos might not have been the best thing to do.
Okay. How did the restraining order make you feel?
Yes. Apparently, honesty is not the best policy when it comes to me and females. I think I've regressed somewhat.
No, parece que la canción no tiene copyright, pero ya pasó el momento. Why didn't you want Dekker into ground?
Burial isn't enough for Dr. Dekker because he's evil. I thought if anything, we'd established that in our earlier sessions, Doctor. I had to destroy him properly, not just bury him in the ground.
Okay. Did you speak to the figure?
That's not important, Doctor.
¿Seguro? Okay. What have you done in the midnight? Ya sé, pero... How?
I've tried to avoid my extra hour. I tried to sleep through it. I did try one thing. I spied on you, Doctor. You have a strangeness, don't you?
Why did you spy on me?
You live in the same house as Dr. Dekker. I spied on him several times, so I know the house very well. You kept it almost entirely the same. Why did you live in the same house as Dr. Dekker? Is it a perk? Or you, Dr. Dekker?
It's a perk. Yes, I meant to. It's a perk.
I thought it might be a perk. I'm sorry I spied on you. I was just getting worried that you weren't who you said you were. Just some mannerisms, strangeness. It's good you've adopted his dog, though. I'm not sure many people would have done.
No sabía que tenía un perro, pero bueno. You stolen anything?
Sorry, Doctor. I can't help you.
Ay, Dios. Have you stolen anything else?
I teleported back into the art gallery after our session, in the midnight hour. I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now. Perhaps a cheeky borrow best describes it.
Okay. Well, if you told him it was wrong to steal it, okay. Le dije que mal. Did you teleport to the gallery?
I suppose I'm becoming lazy.
Why were you trying to sleep through the night?
I tried to sleep through my extra hour. I didn't want to face it. That thing has been taunting me. I wish I was still religious.
Why do you wish you were still religious?
When something is chasing you, you start wishing that there was a higher power that could save you. I remember you agreeing with me that there are too many religions. But I wish there was only one, and one that I could believe in.
Have you seen Dekker's prescription? Uy, ¿qué es esto?
I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious?
Dr. Dekker received death threats.
You're missing the point. Well, kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. Wasn't me. What did they say? You've piqued my interest now.
En realidad no lo leí. Sigo pensando que esta foto es demasiado vieja, no es de ahora. Y si se supone que estamos en 2017.
The thing that's following me, it doesn't have a face. I saw it close up when it was standing over me. It has no face, no eyes, no mouth, no nothing. Inside its hood is just space. Just a black hole.
Bueno. Ok.
I'm fine. I killed David. Again. He went too far.
You told him not to kill. Okay, yo dije que no. David, go too far.
David is a monster. Anushka, she's hanging up.
What happened with Anushka?
David hunted her and hung her up like an animal.
He hunted her.
Doctor, I think I'm going to be sick. I can't talk about this. Let's talk about something else, please. Like my diagnosis.
How did you kill David?
With an axe. I got him to put his head on the wood block. He didn't really know what he was doing. He trusted me. I cut off his head. When I picked it up, it was smiling. Probably a muscle spasm.
Where is David's body?
I buried him near the lake house. I'm not sure I'll be allowed a second funeral. Besides, it's close enough to visit.
What about your diagnosis?
You promised you'd diagnose me as temporarily insane.
Oh,
You can't go back on that now.
cierto.
Doctor, it's only been a few days since I last murdered my husband. Choose your words carefully. It's a fine thing to accuse me of making this all up when I've just killed the only proof I have.
Ay, Dios. Why do you think you were the insane?
Doctor, did I tell you about that time that I used the power of my mind to bring my husband back to life? I can't imagine what I'd do to the psychiatrist that double-crossed me. But I'm sure it will be fun. For me, at least.
Are you threatening me?
That's not relevant here. No. Threats are usually made without the intention of following them through. This is quite the opposite.
Okay. Have you seen Dekker's prescription? Hey,
I never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away. To stop people stealing it?
there were dead threads on the pad.
I've already told you, I never saw his prescription pad, so of course I didn't write some death threats. It sounds like someone is trying to frame me. Who's trying to frame me, Doctor?
About Dekker.
Oh, the continuing saga of Dr. Dekker. After he'd seen David and done his due diligence, he came up with an offer I couldn't refuse. Remember? The one I told you about when we first met.
Dekker make.
Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him. He said he would kill David unless I agreed.
Eso fue ok. Why would Dekker want to kill David? Para amenazar, pero ¿para qué puse yo antes? What offer? Sí.
Yes. Dr. Dekker threatened to kill David. That terrified me at the time. I still had hope that David would recover.
Did you reanimate Dekker?
He called me on Valentine's night. He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up.
Mariana framing Claire. Is Mariana framing you?
I don't really know the girl, but I did buy out her loan from Dr. Dekker. I mainly did it to shut him up about it. But can you imagine having him as a creditor? That poor girl. I hope it didn't accrue anything more than interest.
Sí, ya, okay. Maybe Nathan is trying to frame you.
I don't know anything about that, Doctor.
Capaz que tengo que hablar con Nathan. A ver. You never saw the prescription, but you were given sleeping pills. Se ve que no tengo suficiente evidencia. Ok, Elin, hola.
I'm good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I don't want to be like that. I made you something. A little thank you for being so nice. They're cookies.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
What's in the cookies?
The usual stuff. Flour, sugar, butter, chocolate chips, and my special ingredient. A little herbalist magic to give you some pep. You look like you need it.
¿Me estás dando cookies con droga? Okay. What is your special ingredient?
I'm not sure where you're going with that. Sorry, I don't know.
What is your special ingredient?
Why don't you check your notes? Maybe there's something else.
Why do you say the last session was negative?
I'm a happy person. And really, what's the point of being miserable? It doesn't matter what's going on at work or anything. Happy is the only goal. Max told me that. I think some footballer might have said it.
How is Max?
I told you about Max, right? Didn't I mention him before?
Mas, what's your hot take? Sí.
Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently. Only Max didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again.
Okay. Maldita shapeshifter. Ah, okay. Why didn't Max die?
I don't know why Max didn't die. It usually works.
Que pensabas matarlo en realidad. What do you mean? It usually works.
I just mean when I shift. They see their loved one and say what they have to say, and then there's nothing stopping them from moving on. Why? What did you think I meant?
Que ibas a matarlo. It sounded like you keep your patience.
You think I kill my patients? I thought you knew me. Oh, you're worse than Terry. Mind you, I shouldn't speak ill of her.
Did you shift formats? You became Matt's sweet her.
Eleanor, her name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. But she obviously still loves him. When I shifted, I felt all fluttery and excited. It's so sweet, isn't it?
Ay, Dios mío. What do you know about Eleanor?
Yes, Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day. I felt a bit weird when he asked me, but he said he just wanted to have one more date with her and then he wouldn't ask me again. And to be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation.
You said you only shift at work.
The only time I've shifted outside work was with Max. Oh, and here, with Dr. Dekker.
What conversation?
The I don't sleep with 77-year-old men conversation, of course.
Did you lie about dying?
No, that's right. Shifting does only work when someone is near death. But Max is dying. I mean, he didn't die when he was my patient, but he's still ill. Terminal, you know.
Dekker had death threats.
Someone was sending Dr. Dekker death threats. Had no idea. He never said anything to me about it.
¿Qué iba a decir?
prescription pad.
The threads were on his prescription pad. Did you steal the prescription pad?
Yes, I took it. I had to.
Why did you steal it?
Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift.
How could Dekker take away your gift?
Maybe he was just winding me up, I don't know. But he said that he could write a prescription and whatever he wrote on it would be true. Like he could write, Elin can no longer shift. And that would be it. I wouldn't be able to shift anymore.
Es que suena Dead nuevo, ¿qué onda? A ver, did you believe?
You never met Dr. Dekker. He could make the craziest things sound true. And he showed me some of the notes he'd written. Wait, I think I've got one here. Here. See?
Veamos. Sarah Dekker will die tomorrow and you will help her through it. The fuck? This is spooky. Why would Dekker want to take your gift?
I suppose he was just trying to cure me. I mean, I thought he believed that I could shift, but maybe he didn't. Maybe he was just humoring me the whole time.
Did you kill Dekker?
I could never hurt anyone. You have to believe me, Doctor.
Have you ever made cookies for Teddy?
I only make cookies for people I like, Doctor.
Are the cookies poison?
No. What do you think I am? Fine. Don't eat them then. I was just trying to be nice.
Are you fooling around with Mads even though he's not your type? Wait, Mads even though he's not your type. Oh, okay. Why did you come back here after you date with Mads? Sí, no me está tomando eso. What did you come to the office now? When did you steal the prescription pad? No. No, en realidad no lo robó. What did Dekker want you to do?
Sorry, Doctor, I'm trying to answer your questions. I really am.
Hint. You shifted format.
Thing is, because Max didn't die, he saw me change back after I let go of his hand. There wasn't anything I could do about it.
Ok, 6 segundos. Hay uno. What kind of herbalist magic?
You can put herbal remedies in food. The effect's more subtle, but it does work.
Estoy esperando que haga el cooldown por eso. Un segundo. Ah, igual terminé con ella. How are you?
I'm worried about you, Doctor. You seem quiet and, well, it's just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident?
¿Ah?
You didn't know him, did you?
Creo que realmente soy él. Why are you worried?
You just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago. You don't talk to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
Psychonesis bother me. Dr. Dekker murder bother me.
It's not your job to find out who the murderer is. It's the police. You can only point them in the right direction. Murder is a means to an end. There's a lot more going on here you should be thinking about. Your patients will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks. Let's not have a whole new doctor, shall we?
Psychokinesis bother me.
Yes, that is a worry. I agree.
Losing my memory bothers.
Your memory is exactly that. Your memory. If people are telling you things you don't remember, then they're probably making them up. Deep down, only you know.
Huh. The idea of Tulu bothers me.
A fictional space god that's resting at the bottom of the Atlantic. It's not likely, is it? Or maybe you think it is. Have you spoke to Mariana today?
You bother me.
Why do I bother you? Do you think I killed Dr. Dekker? You need to look deeper into your other patients. I can forgive a lot of things, but being falsely accused of murder, well, that's going to blemish your CV.
Do you think I'm going insane?
Who measures sanity or insanity? One man's philosopher is another man's fool. I'm keeping an eye on you. I won't let you go crazy.
What do you know about Dekker prescription pad?
Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing. I'll let you know if it turns up.
Sí, me tomó eso, ¿no? Sí. Did you know Dekker had the threats?
I didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee. I hope that's how you like it.
Did you have events with Dekker?
That's not really relevant, is it?
Un poco. Who were Dekker's special patients?
Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients. Towards the end, he began ignoring all the other cases. Most of the patients saw it as a curse, what they were experiencing, what they were unwittingly doing. Dr. Dekker saw it as an ability, a power to be harnessed and used for, well, God knows what he was going to use it all for. So we made them give in to it, and it consumed them, consumed all of them. Whether you believe any of that or not is your choice, but they did, which made them angry. And that's why I think he was murdered by a patient.
Okay. Why did Dekker want the powers?
I once spoke to a patient here who claimed to be able to teach me how to get inside other people's dreams, but how would you know if that worked? Have you had any strange dreams lately, Doctor?
Si me pregunta eso. Okay. You think he was using Mariana?
I've been reviewing your files. I know, I'm sorry, a bit naughty, but have you considered that Mariana may have murdered Dr. Dekker because of the money she owed him? As she had most to gain. She got all the money if he died, and it makes most sense, doesn't it?
No, no realmente. How do you know Mariana said she could be underwater?
I spot check the sessions. I know I shouldn't, but it's for the safety of everyone. Checks and balances, remember?
Do you believe in psychokinesis?
Because of what happened to my mother, I believe people could change the world with their minds. I think it's dangerous to have that ability, and I think that you and me, we're helping people rid themselves of these dangerous thoughts and a whole load of other issues at the same time. People pretend to believe, and they have a different agenda. They're the ones you need to watch out for. They have boundaries, and they are prepared to break them.
What happened with your mother? Wait.
My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames. I was 7. They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink. Professor Alderby said it was spontaneous combustion.
Okay.
According to Professor Alderby, people can will themselves to die. Some people will have heart attacks, some people will have strokes. Those who are truly despondent, they're the rare few that spontaneously combust. I'm not sure if I believe in all of that.
Do you think your mother willed herself to die?
I don't know. It doesn't fill me with any sense of self-worth, if that helps.
How is your grief?
I think I'm okay with the grief now. My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related.
How can I avoid going crazy?
Holiday, perhaps? Some R&R? I suppose you were thinking something darker?
You will snuff me out.
Should you be asking me that, Doctor? It doesn't matter, anyway.
Another hint. Did she have any grievance? Do you have any grievance with Dekker?
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients. I think he wanted all of their powers. If you believe in that sort of thing.
If new director Dekker assurance, yes or no? No, I didn't. No. Dekker.
Then why are your fingerprints on his vodka bottle? No, don't answer that. Oh, the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker, who hasn't it touched? I'm so worried.
A ver, grandfather paradox.
Really? That's your burning question?
Ah, ya terminé con ella, ok. Mariana. ¿Cómo anda Serenita?
I'm fine, Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale. No blackouts. Nothing.
So, have you been hot and thirsty?
No, I've not been thirsty. Not since I went back to the sea.
Did anybody follow you?
People follow me into the sea. I don't force them, they just follow to see the creature.
About the creature.
I'm not sure what you'd call it. A wisp? A star? It's so bright and warm and loving. I don't know why it leaves me. It only wants the others. It feeds on them.
Feeds on.
When I look down, I black out. But if I can just keep looking forward, no blackouts. I can just swim back to the top. when it's finished.
Finish doing what?
You really want to know? If I look down, it's writhing, just limbs of people from the clubs and the bars. Not just from this week, but last week, last month, last year. They all look terrified, but somehow still alive. A creature. It's all inside them, poking holes through them that they shouldn't have. It just eats them. Slowly.
Eat them.
The missing people. That's where they go. I don't know I'm doing it. I swear I don't, Doctor. The creature. I hear it. It's hungry. Nobody can know. It's our secret.
Our secret.
It's our secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean? What proof do you have? You can't tell on me. You know what you do to me. When you visit. I let you do it because sometimes I'm ashamed of what I've done. You make me feel like I deserve it.
What do I do to you?
You get inside me, Doctor. And it hurts. And you don't care.
Not really. See?
You watch me undress. You say nothing, but still you order it just like Dr. Dekker did. I strip, ashamed. As I lie down, you bend over me. Your face. So horrible. Like worms. Crawling. With jaws like pythons. And you bury into me. I lay there, frozen, while you violate me, punishing me. I'm not sick. You're sick.
Okay. I haven't visited you at home.
You're a naughty one, Doctor. You know you visited my home. Why do you keep denying it?
I deny visiting you at home. Yeah.
I've got nothing to say about that.
I had fun.
If you can't remember, I'm certainly not going to enlighten you.
Aye, okay. Enlighten me.
I don't know anything about that.
Enlighten me.
Nope.
Right, yes.
It's not something I know about.
Hay cosas que no me acuerdo mucho, pero bueno. Punishing you for what?
It's my fault they're all dying. They're following me.
What do you know about the missing people?
I can't explain what happened with John. He followed me back from the bar that night and swam with me under the ocean. I blacked out. He'd gone.
Para, cierto, no está Jonathan. Marina's motivo might be money. It sounds like yeah. Momento. No, está Nathan acá. Está. So, what? Who is John entonces?
I can't really answer that.
Uy.
You must have read about John in the news. He was a local student who went missing. He was a looker. And he had a way with words, but he was also a cheat. The creature liked eating him a lot. But I can't explain what happened next.
Did you kill John?
No! The creature killed John.
What happened next?
I left him to be eaten. And the next morning, he turns up in my bed at my house. He's not wet at all. No signs he's been in the sea, but he has holes in him. Lots of holes. His inside is on the outside. Just a ball of tangled worms. And now they're blaming me, but you knew that, Doctor, didn't you? That's why I'm here.
The holes step wounds.
That's an interesting analogy, Doctor. You think I'm making this up?
I don't know. Why are you here?
They think I killed John. John and some others. They need to know whether I'm insane or not.
Do you think you are insane?
My lawyer. He says I'm insane, but that he needs you to rubber stamp it. Do you think I'm insane, Doctor?
No. I don't think you are insane.
I told you how grateful I'd be. But you need to fix my problem first. If they try me as sane, I'll be in prison for a long time. And then, how would you get your reward, Doctor?
Como que qué reward. Let's talk about your law.
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course, either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back and I didn't have it.
Dekker said you were sane.
Dr. Dekker was a hack. You're special. You're good at your job. You know I have problems.
Why was Dekker a hack?
There are similarities, but you're not the dead doctor. Are you feeling okay?
You said you are fine.
I've done lots of dancing, lots of clubbing, lots of socializing.
Did you see Dekker's prescription pad?
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one.
He had the threats.
I prefer actions over words, Doctor. You know that.
La verdad que no, pero ok. Did you take the prescription pad?
Wow. That's a low blow, Doctor. And after all our sessions, I'm not a thief. Even the loan, that was just unfortunate.
You haven't had any blackout.
Like I said, I've been fine.
Have you had any more dreams?
I don't dream, Doctor. I haven't dreamed for years now.
You don't dream. What is the truth?
The truth is, I'm not like you, Doctor, or anyone else. I can swim to the bottom of the ocean for hours, and people follow me, even if it's the last thing they do.
But come on, fuck that. She's lying about not dreaming. What about the ocean dream?
Yeah. I did say that was a dream, didn't I? Is it easier to swallow, knowing it's the truth?
Did she kill Dekker because she couldn't pay back the loan? Did you kill him because he asked for his money back?
Why would I do that? Dr. Dekker transferred our loan agreement to Claire at Castleford. She bought him out. I owe her the money now.
Sí, eso me dijo Claire.
She's the woman that took over the loan I had with Dr. Dekker.
Sí. Why did he transfer the agreement. See, yeah. But he prescribed you temazepam.
You'll have to ask me something else.
Temazepam.
I don't have an answer for you.
Yes. You came to the office on Valentine's Day night, en realidad sí.
I don't have anything to say about
Walk all the way here.
I don't know about
¿Algo me falta de ella? Sí, me falta. A ver, hint. Why would Claire take off? Segundos, ok. I would take over your loan.
I don't know why she did it, but Dr. Dekker got repaid, and now my agreement is with Claire. You should ask her.
Está en amarillo todavía lo de ella, ok. Remember what about visiting? Remember what
Can you remember what you did?
what did I do?
I can't really answer.
Yeah. Maldito hint. I did not visit your home.
Don't you remember? That's a shame. You had fun.
I had fun. 9 segundos. ¿Completé ella? Sí. Ok, Nathan.
I think you know who killed Dr. Dekker, so you're gonna have a good day. Can we talk a bit about hypnotism, though?
Eh? What do you want to say about this?
I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't. I think I found one of the key words.
Keyword.
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back. I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program. He was reading off planets. It was one of them.
That's ¿Ah? ¿Qué? ¿Qué te pasó? Mercury.
I don't want it to be triggered.
Pluto.
Pluto's not a planet, is it? And why are you even trying?
You went into a trance.
So he did plant me with something. I have absolutely no idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me. And thank you. You know, there's something I've not been telling you.
What haven't you been telling me?
It's about time travel.
Okay, time travel.
I read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it, but at the end of each day, I would travel back in time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once.
Time traveled once.
The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed.
What changed?
Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. Now they just think it was my careless driving that caused her death.
Yes. About Hannah.
No.
Me.
I'm at peace with Hannah now. I can save her. And I'll keep trying, but I must move forward. I did kind of ask you not to talk about this anymore, but I suppose you're not taking notes.
Couldn't you have saved Hannah?
I've tried, but I can't do it. To be honest, nowadays, I'm more interested in moving forwards.
Couldn't you have driven away from the lorry?
I didn't have time. I jumped back to the split second the accident happened. The truck was already on us. I swerved left the first time, so I tried right. If I could have saved her, I would have done. I didn't want her to die.
Why did you lie about Hannah being on life support?
I haven't been lying. As far as everyone's concerned, she died in that car accident. Instantly.
When did you travel back to the accident?
The day before Valentine's Day. I was looking at pictures of Hannah and it just happened. The next day for me was Valentine's Day. Present day.
You said you couldn't time travel.
We just met. I chose not to tell you I travelled back in time. Sorry. If I could turn back time, Doctor. If I could find a way.
Okay. Okay. Dekker's prescription is missing.
His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks?
¿Cómo sabías eso? Oh,
I suppose it could be a coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad.
yeah. ¿En qué parte me quedé? Did you take the prescription pad?
No, I didn't take the prescription pad. Why is it such a big issue? Who'd want it? Do you think the killer wrote out a prescription for temazepam, faked Dr. Dekker's signature, and got it made up? Maybe. But I'm already on temazepam, Doctor. I wouldn't need all that drama.
Think. Kill it, Dekker.
I've got nothing.
What do you think? Kill Dekker.
This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline. I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I'd look at one of your other patients, or maybe even your assistant.
Sí, supongo. Did you go out with Mariana?
Things have been interesting, thanks to Mariana.
Huh. Entonces sí. How have things been interesting?
We went on a date. Well, sort of. She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up. She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night. Next thing I know, I'm lying in my bed, at home. The room's spinning. The day moved forward. In fact, every night I go and watch Mariana dance, the day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
Yes, I think Mariana likes you.
Thanks, Doctor. That's what I'm hoping.
Y después me sale con Mariana might be a killer.
Wow. I think you're just jealous, Doctor. I mean, if Mariana really was killing people, I'm pretty sure you'd have to contact the authorities. I mean, that's what you do, isn't it?
A ver, gente. Do you like dancing?
Do you ask all your patients that? Or just the pretty ones?
No sé qué fue eso, pero bueno. Acusar. ¿Quién mató?
No, you've got it all wrong. I'm not a murderer. I'm a good person. I help people. Why would I want to kill Dr. Dekker? Without him, I'd never have started shifting. Anyway, I had the prescription pad just in case, so there was no reason for me to kill him. I'm really shocked you thought it was me.
Bueno, al menos me da para verlas todas.
I'm not sorry he's dead, but I didn't kill him. I can't believe you're accusing me. The thought of being in an office alone with him late at night creeps me out. I'm hardly going to suggest it, am I? You're going to have to look elsewhere, Doctor.
¿Eh? ¿La niña? What the fuck?
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. If anything, I'm guilty of not bringing him back to life. And that's manslaughter at best. Good luck proving my talent, Doctor.
Dr. Dekker deserved to die. I'm not saying I did such a thing, not something that I would confess to now whilst being recorded. But I'm happy to reaffirm that his death was necessary. Well, more than death, really. If I only knew where his body had gone. Now I can't be sure. I can't be sure that he's absolutely dead. The girl, chained in his basement, she'd most definitely have killed him given half the chance. I suppose if I teleported into his office one night to write myself a prescription and had run into Dr. Dekker himself, that I might have killed him then and there with the nearest available weapon. And in doing so, would be accoladed as the hero, not the villain that you're making me out to be. But we shall see, Doctor. We shall see. Good luck catching a man who can teleport when he wants to, though. Or maybe you don't think that I can.
But what about your patience? And what about you? La definición de insanity.
So I've got a new dog, a basset hound. She's got these big floppy ears and a really sad face. You know, even sadder than I look. Ginger. I call her Ginger. She's a rescue. But since I've had Ginger, I've never looked back. Literally. Not one day.
I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Mutually assured delusions? I think Dr. Dekker was projecting his weird fantasies on me, and it was just going to be easier to go along with it, to participate. I feel much better now I know I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt anyone. Did I?
Terry's been promoted to night sister. She hadn't been in, and I thought she was off sick, but apparently she was on a course. So she's my new boss now. I've already started looking for other jobs. It's no secret Terry hates me. But, you know, got to be positive about it. I could have a completely fresh start. There's a job on the children's ward I'm going to go for.
There's no need to go over old ground. I understand. David died when I stabbed him, and everything else since, everything else that's happened, that was all me. David, Anushka's father, Iris. What's next for me, Doctor? How do we cure what I have? By all accounts, and thanks to a very unfriendly jury, it seems like we're going to have quite a lot of time to figure that out.
What I want to know is, how did you know which patient was the murderer? I mean, they all lied to you, didn't they? I'm just glad it's business as usual around here and I'm not having to look for another doctor again. It's embarrassing. Dr. Dekker almost caught me writing the advert for his replacement.
Let's recap, shall we? A siren, a shapeshifter, time traveler, undead husband, teleportation, and otherworldly gods trying to take over Earth. It's an unlikely tale at the best of times, but you're also purporting to be all of these people. I think you're beyond help. You understand what you're saying and expect me to believe it? And you say I am one of your patients? Patently untrue, Doctor. If that were the case, then somehow I've managed to turn the tables on you. Which is plausible, I suppose.
Sí, ya lo noté desde el principio igualmente, pero ok. Supongo que eso se fue The Infection Madness of Dr. Dekker. Y no creo que los créditos sean muy largos porque solamente actores. ¿Quién es el que programa? No tengo idea. Dirigido por Tom Coates. Ok. Mientras pasan los créditos voy a buscar los otros endings para verlos. A ver qué onda. ¿Cómo era que se llamaba? How Unfortunate. Ese es mi nombre. The Infectious Madness. Endings. 151 respuestas. Progreso 100%. Search. No, para, completé con entero el cosa. The fuck. Qué raro. Yo sentí como que no hubiera completado tanto. Ok. A ver, ¿dónde está el explorador? Aquí. Mientras voy a salir de aquí. Tenemos aquí el reproductor. A ver, déjame ver.
When others around you must be the
Bryce es como inocente.
doctor. Frankly, I'm astonished. To accuse me of killing Dr. Dekker when others around you must be the more likely choice. Oh dear. I think this has put our therapy back a few steps. We'll need to build up the trust again. Very disappointing. I think I was in my own head too much, manifesting things that weren't there. But I'm very much an art connoisseur now. It's definitely helping keeping me sane. I realize that I'm a very visual person, and paintings can keep me occupied for hours. I go to Providence whenever I get the time. It's the local art gallery here. The best time to go is late at night. You get the place all to yourself. Dr. Dekker deserved to
Bueno,
die.
segundo es
I'm not saying
culpable.
I did such a thing. Not something that I would confess to now whilst being recorded. No!
Cuando no lo
I
atrapas.
didn't kill Dr. Dekker. If anything, I'm guilty of not bringing him back to life. And that's manslaughter at best. Good luck proving my talent, Doctor. I suppose in hindsight, he's still alive. So after all we've been through, you're accusing me
Espera.
of self-defense. Good luck. It hadn't occurred to me that I was just defending myself when I stabbed him. It probably just took the right lawyer to help me see it that way. I'm happy I'm free, obviously. Who wouldn't be? There's just one small problem, Doctor. My husband. He's still alive.
Eso no me lo lanzó. Ella lo mató directamente.
So after all we've been through, you're accusing me? Of what? Murder? Or of not bringing him back to life when I said I would? The last one I'm definitely guilty of. He wanted me to kill him, but I wouldn't. I turned up here on Valentine's night and he was drunk already, as usual. I think he thought the alcohol and pills would take the edge off things, but he was woeful. Have you ever seen a man trying to push a paper spike through himself when he's drunk? I'm not saying any more while your camera's rolling, but know this. Dr. Dekker was more disturbed than any of his patients, and I stopped him. I put my wrongs right. Can you say that, Doctor? There's no need to go over old ground. I understand. David died when I stabbed him, and everything else since, everything else that's happened, that was all me. David, Anushka's father, Iris. What's next for me, Doctor? How do we cure what I have? By all accounts, and thanks to a very unfriendly jury, it seems like we're going to have quite a lot of time to figure that out.
Eso fue lo que me dijo.
No, you've got it all wrong.
Inocente.
I'm not a murderer. I'm a good...
I'm really shocked you thought it was me.
Sì.
Terry's been promoted to night sister. She has a completely fresh start.
Quando è
The
colpabile.
job on the children's ward I'm going to go for. No, you've got it all wrong. I'm not a murderer. I'm a good person. I help people. Don't you see? Dr. Dekker was going to ruin everything. If I showed him how to shift, I don't think he would use it to help people. Do you? He'd do bad things. I didn't want to kill him, but I didn't have any choice. I came back here after my date with Max. Confessed to stealing the prescription pad, so he let me in. Dr. Dekker was already drinking. It was easy to mix in a few sleeping tablets when he wasn't looking. Then I just waited. I was going to try to push him out of the window. Make it look like an accident. It would have been better for everybody, but I couldn't move him. So I used the paper spike. It's not a bad thing. I did it so I could keep helping people. You look so ill, Doctor. Here. Take my hand. It's going to be okay. It looks like Terry won't be coming back. She hasn't been in for a while, and I thought she just had a bug or something, but from what I've heard, it's not good. Apparently, she's in intensive care, and they can't figure out what's wrong with her. Well, I'm not going to lie. Work's much easier without her watching over me. Does that make me a horrible person?
Doctor, we've had a bad day, haven't we? If you think I'm guilty, then one of your patients must have you just where they want you. I'll forget this indiscretion and go and put the kettle on. And perhaps you can have a lie down or something. I
Quando è
care for
colpabile.
what you say next, Doctor. After all, I know these sessions are being recorded. My job is to support the doctor, but only if the doctor is making the patients better. Do you think you're making the patients better, Doctor? I wasn't even here on Valentine's Day, and I wouldn't hurt a fly. If you believe, as I do, that we're here to help patients restore their sanity, to restore order, then you'd be happy that Dr. Dekker was gone, regardless of who did it. Nobody wants the inmates running the asylum, do they? Well, let's say you're right, that I did kill him. My job is more important than yours. I watch every doctor that comes through those doors, making sure they keep their heads. Without me, we'd have chaos. Without you, we'd have another doctor. So, Doctor, let me ask you again. Who do you think killed Dr. Dekker? Was it me? Or was it you?
Sì.
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker.
Veramente.
I can see why you may have thought that because of the money I owed him. But I wouldn't murder somebody to make a debt disappear. That's not something normal people do, is it? Besides, I was growing on him. I think if we'd have had more time together, he would have seen I am a sound investment. What do you think, Doctor? I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Mutually assured delusions?
Quando si innocente,
I
ok?
think Dr. Dekker was projecting his... I feel much...
Vabbè, quando è
Doctor,
colpabile.
I didn't think you had it in you to jump on little old me. Was I too muddled? I think if you're going to tell the police that I'm guilty, then I'd like to speak to my lawyers. I'd like them to see the security footage from my apartment. The footage that clearly shows you coming over, uninvited, and pounding away on my door like a psycho. And then I'd have to tell them the truth. That you wanted to have Dr. Dekker's job so bad you killed him. that you made me seduce him and drug him so that you could run a paper spike through his heart. And then after, when I wanted out, when I wanted to tell the police, you started stalking me. That's the truth, Doctor. I guess that's far more believable than thinking Dr. Dekker was eaten by a creature from the deep. A creature that he was trying to appease. Or, I suppose you could tell them that I'm insane. And I could take the fall for you. Couldn't I, babe?
Ay, Dios.
The creature can walk and it's coming. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you think. It's going to kill all of us. It's going to kill everyone. It's going to kill you.
I'm not sorry he's dead, but I didn't kill him. I can't believe you're accusing me. The thought of being an officer, I've never looked back. Literally. Not one day. Doctor, really? You said I was guilty yesterday too. And here we are. Again. Nobody's going to miss him. You've talked to the patients here. He was the problem. He cursed me, I'm sure, and with 2 weeks of straight days after his death. What more proof do you need? I'll tell you what I told the police yesterday. Dr. Dekker phoned me on Valentine's evening, and shortly afterwards, I was standing in his office holding a paper spike covered in his blood. I had no idea how I got there or what I did. I just woke up like that. There was a suicide note, I took it. I'll show it to the police, but not to you. I think Dekker wanted me to kill him. I think he called me and activated some kind of kill switch because he wanted to end it all. That's going to be difficult to prove, but if you're showing them today's footage, make sure you show them the part where you activate me. You failed to do that yesterday. What do I need to say to get you to believe I'm innocent, Doctor? Tell me. We can try again tomorrow. She told me that she's killing people, and now I'm stuck in the same day. Can you imagine? Every day she greets me like we're so in love. I know what she's done. I know what she's going to say to me later in the evening. It's over. I can't be with her. But part of me likes it repeating. It's normal.
El de Insanity. Oh, pero es diferente.
Yes, this is an intervention. I'm worried about you. You started talking like your patients' ailments are real and believing the stories they're telling you. So I want you to take next month off work, and I won't take no for an answer. Take the tapes with you if you must. You'll see the cracks. Just get better.
Stop worrying, Mr. Ashby. Yes, it sounds almost certain that you murdered your business partner, but I can get you a temporary insanity plea. I'm a lawyer, not an agony aunt. Now, as I was saying to you before, you need to choose your particular strangeness before I can refer you. Once you have chosen it, don't waver.
Honesto, tú eres un abogado. ¿Qué tiene sentido?
True for it to work.
Ay, Dios.
The curse continues at Dr. Dekker's psychiatry practice, where another physician has been murdered by a patient. Found by night cleaning staff, Dr. Dekker's replacement was pinned to the chair with a paper spike, in what police are describing as a copycat murder. Jaya. You're supposed to be looking after them. How many more do we have to go through before you get a good one? Let's recap, shall we? A siren, a shapeshifter,
Ese sí.
time traveler, undead husband, teleportation, I suppose.
Ese es el ending que tuve. Ok. El 4.
It's worse than we thought. Dr. Dekker is alive.
Alive?
Your new doctor is Dr. Dekker, but he's learned all the powers of his patients. God knows what he'll turn up looking like next time.
How will I know it's him?
I don't know. Ask him. I'm now thinking, whose body did we take from Henley Church? We possibly incinerated an innocent. Blast Dr. Dekker and his infectious madness.
There you go. That'll make you better. You've come a long way, haven't you? Dr. Dekker won't be long. Please, don't run out again. You know it makes the wardens happy when they get to pin a prisoner down. Don't give them the pleasure. Okay then. You take care.
Bueno, gracias a PC Gamer Kid, por los settings. Eso supongo que fue el juego. Fue interesante, no lo voy a negar. Tiene sus momentos. Un poco quema cabeza, pero me gusta. Así que eso. Quería terminarlo hoy y esas cosas. Así que nos vemos a la próxima y veo qué más traigo. Bye bye.